We're talking about levees in the Wabash Valley, for example. A lot of the creation or development of the levees have been primarily for protecting agricultural land and in several cases urban residential. There's levees around, significant levee around, let's say, West Terre Haute, and it's protecting a lot of homes. Commercial value is there as well. The pros, you know, it's kind of a cost benefit in many ways. When those residents over the years have had issues or commercial threatening of flooding, insurance gets involved if an area is in a flood-prone area, whether it's in a 100-year flood-prone area. Then sometimes they will require either protection from the flooding or elevating the ground floor of some of those areas to be up and out of the 100-year flood area. The pros in agricultural, you know, we're protecting valuable soils for food production, and sometimes, and even though the high fertility in those bottomland soils, one reason it's prime for farmland in some of the river bottom areas. But then there's cost involved, involving those that are benefiting from those costs, whether it's through a conservancy district that's providing a legal way of assessing property for those to pay into those levies, or whether it's residential, each home being paid possibly to a certain percent of tax to maintain the levies that they're dependent upon. Some of the disadvantages in some of our areas now, for example, when NRCS is involved in building levees, you know, we have to meet certain compaction levels, and a lot of times, I mean, the Corps of Engineers are involved, the Indiana Department of Natural Resources, Division of Water is involved in creating the integrity of the construction of levees. So our levees that we're involved in is meeting a certain compaction level. Some of your agricultural levees that have been developed years and years ago, sometimes possibly the integrity or the compaction levels aren't there as what they would be maybe in a more urban area where there's more of a design and criteria, engineering criteria that's used to develop those levees. Then also, mostly in our agricultural areas, in the river bottoms, most of the levee development or the soil structures down there closer to the river are more sandier type materials. So it's either harder to get that compaction level, or it's just not quite as tight as it would be with a clay type dam.